Okay, hello everyone. Yes, we have another stream. Just I joined 2 minutes before that. Okay, let's finish this and I will play with you. Let's develop our pieces. I have a little bit problems, Tarrant. Very much, but small. C4 can be. Your channel is growing, Brilliantor. Really great that it's right away. Okay, I forgot about that. Let's remind that. Okay, now we are trying to get 25. Takes, let's bring the rook. Even the knight. The rook takes. That seems great. I will try to bring another rook. Trades. I will choose to keep the queen here. Not trade, okay? Take with a queen that will mean traitor. Even here takes. No, let's play. Let's bring second rook into the game. What about if I take? Take and rook h5, yes? This h7 isn't defended very well there. Takes and queen e4 probably and bring another one. Okay, let's see. I think if he takes the knight, it should be much better for him. No, he's defending square on g7, but I think that doesn't make him because I'm trying to pressure this h5. So I think his bishop can't do anything. Because, you know, when my knight is coming there, just what should he play? Oh, really? Okay, I wish you will win, bro. You will play 9 days or 7? What? My opponent is thinking about something like take or I don't know. Rook h3, queen h3 and bring the rooks too. Even rook g4 and I will pressure his kingside very well there. But if he not take, I think knight e4 next time will be. Yes, that's long, but how many days you will cannot play? Okay, my opponent is connected. I think I'm winning this. Yes, 90 minutes are long. And plus 30 seconds, yes, each game. Okay, brilliant, or I'm waiting for your challenge. Okay, send me challenge. For tournaments or for rounds? Okay, let's wait him and play another one, okay? Okay, I'm waiting. Who else wants to play? Please don't forget about like. That's super important. Let's see what we have there. If you have some questions, you can say, okay? Or just I sent to Brilliantor. Accept my challenge, okay? I didn't get your challenge, so you can accept mine. Okay, another 2 seconds and we will play. Well done. Okay, let's open with d4 and c. Okay, let's try to play d4 and then c3. Just if he takes c3, that's should be a little bit much. You know my knights will be very active, the bishop and so on. Takes. But if he knows to take just, I think some simple development should be fine for him. Okay, let's see. Yes, another variation. Now d5 I think should be the best, which he's playing. He can even close or just even trades, you know, but he will get a really great attack on my d4 pawn, so I'm choosing to block this. Okay, bishop d3 is coming. Bishop d3, okay. Bishop d3. Oh, hello, I see bear. How are you, bro? How's your chess going? Can you improve or not? I think you improved well, but what about your rapid? Yes, I was a little bit late started this stream. Takes pawn takes. Okay, that should be fine if it takes, just my pawn structure will be great here. Knight d3 takes. I am fine, thank you, Asiber. Okay, his king side is a little bit open and I think he's gonna castle on queen side. Okay, no problem. But he needs like 3 or 4 moves to castle. Please check. I can castle and d5 should be pressure. So probably he won't gonna miss that, but yes, you know I can try some red star. His g file is open and probably he's gonna try some moves that I don't like, okay? Bishop takes. I would be happy if that b file should be open for me. Just because my king side is very well defended, just that should be a little bit hard for him to attack there, but it should be very easy if that b file open and I bring my pieces, because there are not much pieces to protect the king. Takes, queen takes. And then I think they can double my pawn structure, yes? Because this g file will be blocked with 2 pawns from my position. And before b5 is coming and we need to protect our king or attack on his queen side, which considered to be his king there. Can you stop? Uli Maguire. Yes, your name is saying everything. Okay, goodbye. Okay, 1 minute, please. Alright, finally the voice back. Okay, let's develop these pieces. Okay, brilliant horse. Count the likes, please. We need 20 more likes. If the knight is jumping just after I don't like translated my pass. What if kick the knight and then knight f3, right? What your name means even? I don't know what it means. 19? Okay, probably 6 likes. Plus 1 like, okay. Very nice. I will wait for more. Here, I don't know, probably I needed some preset castle, but I was preparing for short castle. It's a name? Alright. Oh, hello, Brain Boost. How are you, bro? But why? Why I see there? I would like to go c3 and king c2, but you know my bishops will be weakened. Something like rook d8 and pressure should be very much. What if we trade the rook so? Okay, we can't guess what will happen here, so let's bring king safety. Unknown random. Hello, bro. Do you want to play? -1 +1. Who is doing that? Hey, king c2 and rook e1. Oh, really? Really good brain boost. What's your YouTube channel name? Say we will subscribe, okay? Okay, that's the pin. I would like to trade the rooks here, even he's up a pawn. +1. Yeah, I think until end the stream we will get 25 likes, yes? I hope. If the c file is rook is doing a great job, I would like to trade this. And even if rook e8, I don't know. Okay, Brian Boost, which games are you playing? Here I will lose a pawn. Bishop back, knight. Okay, I'm tracking. Let's track him. Bishop takes, rook g1. Bishop back, knight f5. His rook should be under attack and g7. Yes, for sure he's not 200, sorry. If he didn't take this, he's 2000. You know, takes, go back, knight f5 and rook should be under attack and g7. Let's try this. I think bishop h3 will save him or not. Takes, rook takes. Okay, won't fork. Minecraft. Is it your channel? Where are you doing streams? Do you playing Minecraft, Fares Nasser? Yes. I don't know, he get out from here really nicely. He opened his account like 22 minutes ago. He's undercover grandmaster, I believe. Okay, rook at 1 is coming. I'm trying to pressure his king side. That's not under attack. Wait a minute, what about king d3? King d3, rook only a4, I will go b3. If I kick that, no. Rook f1 and I will kick the bishop and knight h6 will be possible and some other squares that I can jump. Yes, brilliant horse. I think we all think that. Can't read Magnus Carlsen. Yes, really. Okay, rook back. You know, a4 won't work. B3 and go back just... That should be lose enough for him. Okay, we need only one subscriber to get 350. Who can subscribe? Okay, I would like to have my knight there and some checks will come and some other... Oh, that's not happening anyway. c5 we will take. What about c4, b5 takes won't work and that's should be still protectable. What about bishop e3? Bishop e3 rook escapes, take d4. Yes, let's try to bring the rooks on f file or g file and push the pawn. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's wait a little bit. Are you thinking that he's cheating or not? Because, you know, he's sent rapid game and he's thinking so hard. I feel like it's a little bit how it likes, I can't say. Cheating or grandmaster. Even grandmasters are cheating too. Okay, rooks are coming. Probably rook f6 because if not f6 just... I think f4, f5 will be moved and he will get it. Okay, you know everything can be. Even drunk Magnus. Why not? But he's from German. Is there some really great players from Germany or not? Who knows? Is there any grandmaster from Germany? Here takes. Okay, he's doing great job. Just I can't take and some other. I'm losing first pawn. Rook takes. I will get it back. Pawn takes. I think pawn takes should be the best one here. Okay, he's forcing a rook trade and pawn take is coming probably. 16 like. There's like 9 likes. Okay, let's see. We are reaching a little bit endgame. I don't know, that should be losing. If I bring my king where? I think queenside, but this f-pawn is really seems dangerous. h4. Okay, I don't know even what should I play there. Blunderfish. I'm using blunderfish, I think. Time off for Hello, bro. Do you want to play? If king here, king f6 won't work. Here, king f6. Okay, pawn f4 won't work. Okay, what if I bring... Okay, I need very much moves for that and I will just push this. Hello, bro. How are you? 5 years. Okay, I think I'm losing. I'm fine, thank you. What about you? Okay, that was so bad. I'm not gonna play with one more game. Okay, Faraz Nasser. Send me. Timothy Forex. Okay, bro, you can find me on chess.com, send me friend request, and we will play. Okay, who wants to play? I haven't daily challenges yet. We can play new one if no one wants. You are differently. Okay, what's your difference? I will play this one and the next one with you, okay? I will play. Okay, bro, before that, find me on chess.com, Timothy Forex. And if you found, I will play, okay? Let's finish this game very fast and I will play. I have really great center and d5 isn't the greatest pawn here. Okay, Timothy, I will wait. Let's bring the knight. g6 or f5. I think g6 I'm pressuring the pawn. Mr. and Passant. Not all time and Passant are best moves. Okay, queen takes and his bishop is pressured. Okay, bro, I'm accepting your friend request and I will wait to you next one video, okay? I'm definitely your nickname, right? I thought you are saying I'm definitely. Okay, no opponent sacrificing. Ruka, oh, very close. If the a2 was protected, I would lose the queen there. Okay, I'm bringing the bishop and castle. And please send blitz, okay? Very much players are waiting, that's the reason. Here. Din bağlamış. Take our question. Last one, like, yes, how much needs to gain from us? 15. Okay, 10 likes, not bad, not bad. I'm like 400 elo. Okay, bro, no problem. Up from 40% players isn't bad. +1, okay, really great. 14 likes and that's all, okay? H6, but I believe he will sacrifice and bring the rook. Okay, let's see. Really interesting he's gonna do that or not. I can take c2, bring the rook and pressure this second rank here. Let's try that. What a move, that's... Sacrifice doesn't need him, even I can take... Okay, I will take the knight next move. I think he will gonna miss that. Because one move before this, the knight was protected. I think he will gonna lose that. So rook takes, king e2, queen takes. I think he's king center and... You know, that will be made here. Okay, let's wait. Okay, we can do even some pre-moves. Why he sacrificed the bishop? Okay, what is he playing? Here f3. Takes and mate. I'm next to play. Take knight. Yes, boxing with life. I took that. Thank you, Timothy. I'm waiting for your challenge. Okay, Piyush, I think you will wait until I will play with Timothy, right? How are you, 2000? For real, I'm 2200. Okay, differently. Send me challenge. Okay, you can even send blitz, but don't worry about this. Piyush, next one with you. Okay, let's bring this activity and bishop d6. Because c7 isn't great protected, which I would like to protect. Takes even pawn takes and some e5 ideas, so if not c5. Okay, we will see. Takes, bring the knight, bring the queen and even the rook. Try to open this e-file here. +1 like... I think 30 remains. Okay, 30 likes. Takes and then f5. Queen. Queen is protecting, he can jump, but why missed the knight? I think knight e2 and pressure this one should be great, or probably he saw that and he's trying to open g-file. Yes, I think 13. 13 like... I don't know how you are calling that. Okay, his king's still in the middle. I would like to open the center and attack on his king. Okay, really great job. He's down a piece and he's choosing to close that center, which he's doing right. Takes, discover, check. This pawn is gonna lose. Even let's check with a bishop. And I would like to bring the queen. F4 is not the best pawn here. If I bring the queen and protect some squares, his king can't escape, I believe. Let's sacrifice the queen. Takes. Okay, he took the knight, right? If he took the bishop, I will take the queen from his position. Really great, why not? Okay, no problem. It's anyway winning for me, I believe. Okay, check is coming, king here, and okay, c2 I can't go. What about king c1? Okay, let's push his king there. Let's see how can we win. It already seems winning, but it's unclear one. If I bring another rook, just his rooks are doing nothing here, just only rook on h1 is protecting first rank. The other rook is like that, the knight is doing nothing. Queen d2, I will take f3. If not, queen. Okay, I think we can check rook takes, queen takes, king takes, check. Okay, I'm gonna take the rook from his position. Alright, I did that moves. Really cool, right? Okay, see calculation. I think that's great. Take, let's take d6 and okay, he's even not trying to take rook back and d5, kick the knight back. I think even not that's d5 will be very big pawn. I mean d5. But I will have changed to bring the rook on that king side, take that pawn and make a new queen. 12 legs remain. Okay, let's wait for that legs. Even more than half the way. The knight is under attack, which is protecting the pawn. Let's take the pawn. He didn't need this trade, he could even try to take that weak pawn from my position. Okay, anyway. This knight is under attack, let's say I'm just forcing him moves and kicking the knight back and taking some other figures from his position. We can even sack the rook here. Even f6. Okay, let's do this. What should he play there? Hello, Brandus, one more time. Are you streaming in your channel or not? I think stream is a really great way to make progress in new channels. 1400? Really cool. How you gained so fast? I'm happy to listen that. Here too, I'm going to make a new queen here. Queen. Okay, let's try to do this pre-moves. I think they will lose. And what about... Okay, let's see what he will play, and I think dark squares he needs to go, so check and mate. Okay, really nice pre-moves. Okay, brain boost. Nice idea, actually. You can do it yourself and play, and make them happy if you gain more viewers and subscribers. Okay, even make money. How can I make live? In computer, you need to have OBS. If not, just in phone, that's very easy. Okay, good game, bro. Thank you for playing. If I finish this, we can play one more time. You're promoted to king in promotion. Yes. Can we 1 vs 1 again? Yes, but after this we will play, okay? After this, let me challenge. Thank you, bro, for that. But if you send a blitz game, I will be happy. I think 3+2 is okay. Beat me? Alright, no problem. I did very much streams without voice. I think just reading in the chat should be okay. Even algorithm will push your stream in a really great way, actually. Okay, but how you choose? Pawn takes. Okay, bishop takes. I think pawn takes and keep the bishop should be great fun. Okay, no problem. +1 like. Okay, I'm waiting more likes here. Thank you for making any solution for this. I think without speaking, just only with chatting can be nice, why not? Josefa. Okay, a little bit hard name. Hello. +2. Oh my god. Our channel is growing really fast. Okay, check here, bishop check here. I will lose the pawn on g7. What about f5 to keep to block his bishop, but e5 I can't take. Let's think about this. I think that's the only way that I can protect. Even before f6 I could play f5 and not blunder e6. Let's see if he can take or not. Just his pawn structure is defending his king very nice. Yes, he's king in the middle, but that's very well protected from his pawn star. Okay, he didn't take the pawn on e6, which I'm happy to see. Let's bring the knight, and probably e4 just, because my knight will pressure his position very much. I think he's gonna take and d takes. Open this d file and try to attack from here. Should be nice. Ah, yes. -1. One liked me. Okay, no problem. But how you gained that strikes brain boost? Queen here, e3 and b2 is under attack. Okay, I wish you will gain more than 9 subscribers in your new account. I'm going to take. Okay, that's why I like the queen most in these whole pieces, because in one move that can attack very much pieces in his position. See just all that pieces doesn't you can defend really. I'm taking this and c3 is gonna hang his bishop pressured and another pawn is pressured. Even bishop back he will lose the rook. Okay, that's why queen is 9 point and you can say about other pieces, right? Which is more powerless. I think the king in that endgames are like 3 points. If you're bringing the inactivity, very much players are saying that looks like 3 points. Takes, bishop takes, I will take the queen and his pawn is gonna lose for me. How can we do that? Okay, thank you, Brilliantor. Thank you for saying that. Yes, now you are moderator, why not? You have the shield and great one. Last one. Okay. Let's gain that likes. Takes, bishop b3. Okay, if he takes, I don't need to take, you know? Takes bishop e3 and this is gonna lose. Hello, brain boost, hello. Queen first to save the bishop. Okay, let's go e3. He takes f4, king back, e5 is gonna lose. But g7 will be pressured from him, and we need to be sure we are not losing anything here. But how can I defend if he takes the bishop? Okay, the worst move he could play, really. Why didn't take the bishop? Yeah, I'm a little bit confused. Anyway, I think queen back is only move to protect e5, but you know this e5 is very big pawn, because somehow we can't guard that. So if it's gonna lose even, that's not really huge blunder from him, you know, but he's down 3 pawns, and if I didn't trade pieces, that should be a little bit unclear. How can I win? And yes, I'm gonna some pieces traded, and now all be good. Why is he spamming? I think he's spamming. Takes, my queen will gonna lose. Okay, there is some tricky tactic. Chess cats, Franceso Ilo. Hello, bro. Okay, my queen was under attack if I take the bishop. You know. Okay, Brilliantor, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Brilliant is my old follower. Don't do that to him. C3 takes. You will find someone who will, I will say, okay? Bishop is pressured. Okay, rook is coming and d3. Brain boost, don't need. E3 is coming and g2 will be pressured. So let's see. Even f4, f3. We can check. And I think I need to centralize my king then h7, right? Yes, I will say and you will do okay. There is one person who said that I don't need to talk. Why are you talking? He goes for ban, you know? First like that, I will say and you will do that, okay? Let's sack the rook and we are making new queen there. Does you know the difference if I take with the bishop takes? Okay, take and rook takes e6 and I had a new queen there. Okay, Brilliantor, but please wait until I will say, right? When you need to ban. And what happened here? GG, bro, you played great. Thank you for playing. Bro, sorry, I can't review because, you know, if I am opening some other pages that I don't know why going to be really lagging. You can review and say what we get from here, okay? Takes, bishop takes. Okay, I will double the pawns, but after e5, I think I will undouble that. Lights, I think likes. Yes, I don't know. That depends from them. It takes, and the knight back. Okay, I can't take with the knight. Forget. I will get pinned up. Plus one like. Alright. How many I get? We are so close. Really? takes. If he takes, he will lose the knight on e5. Probably he needs to wait for me to take, and even the c file should be open for him. Okay, I don't know. You have 17 like. Okay, 8 like remain. Takes. Okay, he did right, he didn't take the pawn right away. E4, e5 is coming and bring the bishop activity on that king side. Sounds great, right? You all my best friend. I like you all. Okay, I'm trying to pin this. And bishop king can. Takes. Okay, his queen is protecting e4, but can I just attack on the queen and force him back? And I will take e4 without trade, right? Okay, I see the next one with you. +3? Oh my god. Okay, very nice. Takes, bishop takes. I think we are gonna get bishop trades or not. Wait, let's calculate. Takes and queen f2. Now f2 will be hang. Otherwise we could get that. Now he's forced to bring bishop back. Probably c4 won't be bad, but he will let me to pressure his bishop here. And if I get my knight on g4 or just d4 and d2 will be weakness for him. Can you get out from here or not? Rook c8. Yeah, rook c8 and bishop where we need to go. Probably even knight back sounds great because if he moves the bishop f1, e2, I don't know. d2 should be hang. So because I think he didn't want to, sorry, he doesn't want to move the bishop. Knight b2 should be best move, or queen d4. Okay, what a move. If I take, my bishop should be hang. What about c2? Great move. I would like to trick him somehow. I think I can't. Okay, no problem. We're getting second rank and we will take the bishop. If he takes, I will take f2. And he should get almost mate here. Alright, bishop back takes. Still I'm having double pawns here, not a great problem, you know. I'm up 2 pawns. Okay, why not just trades and I will take this b2 pawn and I will have more than 3 pawns up from him. Alright, queen takes. This is and we can play a 5 that should be really aggressive and great move because some pawn pushes and rook will defend them. Okay, even e3. He takes, knight takes, some discover checks, or even queen takes to get it second rank here. Who changed your message? Okay, my knight and rook is hang at the same time. How can I protect both them? Rook back won't work. I think knight before a3. Am I in that position or not? The knight is hang, the rook is hang. What should I play? Knight before a3. Takes. I don't know. Queen c6. Oh my god. Really great move. How you saw that? Okay, I think only working move here. Okay, brilliant. For yours, doing nice. b2 is hang here. And yeah, probably rook c8. And I think he can't bring his rook on c1 and try to get this c file back here. Yes, finally you saw. What about c5? c5, b7 should be hang. What about... Okay, he will take the knight with a check, otherwise I could even try to attack on the knight here. Why not? If he takes, can I trap his knight with... Oh no, queen c7 he takes, but can he bring the knight back or not? Okay, let's see. I think I'm blundering a pawn here, but you know I'm not a bunch of pawns from him. That's my central pawns are not to do great job here. Okay, c6, knight takes c5, and he can even replicate this. I can draw even, why not? Right, let's see. Rook c8, how I see. That should be only blunder from him or not? Takes knight b3, and we need to see all that attacking moves from him. Draw maybe. I think he could even try to make a draw here, but you know that didn't happen. Wait, please wait a minute. Alright, knight back, how I said, but his move is doing nothing here. Should have more great moves, and no, my knight is coming to pressure and rook c8. Alright, we can even take the rook. So we take the pawn, and then... You know, if my rook weren't even defend, this knight should be under attack because pawn is protecting, but rook doesn't. Okay, now we can bring the queen and... Alright, his kingside is pressured. I think only reason that he played queen d7 to take the pawn from here. No, I'm not closing. Not closing yet. f2 is pressured. Okay, I have really great plan. If rook takes, he will lose the rook from a1. He will defend with the rook. So probably we should be up only pawn here or not. Okay, queen takes, he will lose, rook takes, he will lose the rook. What if I take rook on f2? Takes, queen takes, rook takes, rook c1. He will defend another rook, okay? Oh my... So bad. So bad. Okay, no problem. I was trying to take a2. I am fine, thank you, bro. What about you? Let's protect this pawn chain, and I think I can push that. I'm fine, Big C chess. What about you? Still, let's not resign, but I think he will gonna check it. Alright, thank you, Priyantor. Muhammad Allah, hello, bro. Do you want to play? Your rating decreased a lot. I know, I reached even 1400, but I'm trying to bring it back. G4, E4 check, takes check 2 pawns. 2 passed pawns, yes, I think that's can be nice. You know, I can't go F3 or I can. You're Russian, you know I'm Armenian. Probably you're saying that because accent, right? Very much people are saying that I'm, I don't know if I'm clearly Russian, just a little bit. Okay, brain boost. We're gonna lose the rook. One like, how much remained to us? Okay, who wants to play? I think you wanted 6 more. Alright. Good game, thank you too, bro. Great game you played, actually. I can play this game and then we can play a rematch if you want. And you are from Vatican, right? Your flag. This, the smallest country in Earth. I would like to go there one time. Alright, brain boost, no problem. If you want to play, say me about that. But because you have internet issues, I don't know. Okay, Sibel, you finally get that 1400 rating. Nice, bro. Okay, where are you, Sibel? Can you send? Alright, we got this. Why is this lagging? Where are you, Sibel? I accepted your challenge 2 times, but we are not in the game. How can that happen? Okay, Timothy, see you later. Thank you for coming to my channel. Every day I'm doing streams in same time. I think you will come back. Okay, we are in the game. Let's play. Vienna, yes. He's playing against Vienna Gambit really cool. Probably we don't need to play this or not. F4. Queen H4, G3, that won't work. What timeout? Okay, brain boost. I think your internet is a little bit improved. What about your channel? How many followers you have? Takes, knight takes, right? Why sacrifice the pawn on d5? Probably some active position, but I don't think that's really helping him. Takes, knight takes, d4. I don't know. Am I missing anything or he's missing? Takes, I will forget. He sacrificed 2 pawns. Because you know how I said if he can't take, which I'm trying to trick and he takes, why not? 20,000 viewers. Oh, okay, this pawn isn't guarded, that's why he sacrificed the pawn. Bishop check, knight f3. Can he take? And bishop g4. I think he will take a queen like that. Rainbow, did you stall that videos or not? If he takes, I take. Bishop g4, he will take the queen. That's why if he takes, we need some king d3 probably. What else? Even, that's for king idea. We can try to think about that a little bit. What was our mistake here? Probably to taking this pawn. Solve takes. He can make a draw, but I don't think he will try to make. Right, checking here. I think I can defend this position because he has three pieces very active, but just c3 and what should be played, and c4 to cut his queen from my king here, and okay, that should be good. Even 4 can take his rook, but I think to bring activity in my position, that should be the smartest move I can do. Okay, it only 6 legs to get. Please don't forget about that. A4 checkmate. Yes, A4 checkmate. Let's go A4 or A3. Should be nice. Yes, I can for king here takes, check, and I will get mate. That's the problem. I'm not doing that. Yes, bro, I didn't. C3. C3, his queen should be almost trapped, but I think E4 should be the only move that we can bring defend its quarter. What about D3 and C3? D3, C3, if I can play that, his queen will be loose here. But that hasn't any move to go. Oh, okay, F2 will be only one. Right now, so let's not try to kick the queen. What about okay, C6 can go and take this. Okay, 5 legs remain. Here takes. I think C4 only way to defend the knight because C6 I will get that pin. And even I couldn't fork here, Now I can. That's the difference, but it will take the bishop. Why? Because his rook is doing nothing, but king here, if I take the rook C5, C4 is really good pressure, so he can take, and he has 3 pieces there. Maybe some mating threats. That's why I will take the bishop, which is pressuring the position more than some other piece. So because my dark squares are weak, he has really great bishop and queen. I'm even up upon in this position. I would like to protect my white squares there. That's mistake from him. 20, let's go. Okay, 5 remain. Thank you for that. Takes, he will take, I will take. He takes mate. That's why let's take the bishop. Okay, we can take the rook. If we didn't take rook c8, then we lose the net. That's why I took the bishop right away. Here's if we take c4. What about d3? It will be really great defense for my king here. And bring the knight queen should be pressured and king takes. I would like to bring my bishop out from here and attack the queen and kick it, finally kick it back here. Okay, target is 25. 26 takes, yeah, that can be. He doesn't want to take it away. But he takes, I can even take with the pawn and bring my rook on. Give it on the diagonal, but sure, probably because our queen is doing nothing, it takes won't be a mistake. Okay, 5 more, like from 27 isn't much, I think. Takes. How can I protect b5 from him and some simple position to play? I think he's trying to open b5 and bring the rook. Should be ideal. Can I play? Okay, Brilliant Torch. Next one I'm gonna play with you. But I don't know how can I protect. Probably I needed to bring the queen back and defend. Say that for sure. The bishop isn't protecting. What about if I not take, he will take. That should be same thing. Yeah, put on another pawn here or not. His queen is cut off from here, and if I take, just queen b4 and some other moves will be possible. He takes, pawn takes. Even at that time can be, but if I not take and I will wait, he take. D file should be open, and if I bring the rook, just if I pressure d file, I think I can create some counterattack here. I see sacrificing a pawn. Bring another rook. Okay, wait. Takes, king takes. Rook check, king take. Okay, that's gonna be okay. I'm not 3 pawns, so I would like to just trade all these pieces and win this endgame. Okay. You have really great defensive shield. If I take the pawn, my rook will be gone. So let's take the rooks. Take b5. Okay, I think e5 should be great move. His rook should be pressured and his knight should be under attack. Now we can get out from here. I think he's gonna lose a mat here. Okay, let's not worry about this. Okay, this time because this b file is open. After e5, you know, rook takes e5. Rook bait will be possible. Don't need anyone. 5 legs and that should be all. Rook check here. Not easy. Okay, let's kick the queen back from here. The queen is here like 15 moves. That's very much. We need to kick that how fast as we can and bring the rook. And trading and bringing the bishop activity. Just he's losing a move for taking and we are using that as advantage and bring another one, okay? That's the whole idea. Pawn e5. Yes, bro, I could play pawn e5, but because he can check with the rook and run his knight, for example, this rook check, king c2, and he would have enough time to bring the knight back. If they check weren't, I could play 5 and take it from here. But thank you for that really nice vision. Bishop e3, what if he checks? b2 will be lost, okay? Still, we need to keep that b2 defended. c3, I will lose e4. Bishop f3 or not? I think rook d1 first and we will see. Probably bishop on c3, but you know, now I can't move the bishop. b3 to protect all this. But you know, rook will come. Need to be sure all is good before moving. So rook is coming. Here, right? Can I go rook f1 and bishop f4? Just defaults. I can't even try to trade the bishops. Because you know there is no checks and take b2, how I say it. Bishop f4 is possible. I think rook d1 and somehow if he moves a piece from here, just has some checking ideas, try to some counterattack, why not? Rook a2. If b2 is guarded, I am not trying to activate my bishop, I am way much afraid of that. Okay, we can't defend from them. Okay, 28 viewers, please like my stream. rook a2 and probably bishop a3 because that's a pin he can bring very much attack in my king side. Just to be sure he's guarding his king very safe. Bishop f4. Okay, rather bishop f3 and d5. Yes, bishop f3 and... Okay, even now e5, you know the idea. If he moves the knight where? I think that's squared from g8 or h5 because h5 even won't work. g8, right? I would have enough time to just from d7 check. No, that can't be. I would like to that. Even d7 is protected here, just my piece is cut off from there. Okay, bishop f3, 5. I will attack on the rook and his pieces should be forked. He has even time pressure and it's not easy for him to. Okay, brilliant, I will wait for you. What about g4 and g5? Okay, this b2 is pressured. Playing chess. My brother teach me chess and I realized that really interesting game. I started from some moves and some tactics, some puzzles, some games, and slowly I become just g4. I will kick the knight and d7 check. So f6 will be guarded. King f8, g6 from 7 will be made right here. Okay, let's see. I think that's enough working here. g5 is the next move, but you know he played h6 to prevent g5, but now what can he do here? The queen is guarding. I think that's the only move that queen is doing to protect this right. Shouldn't be any threat. Right here, knight h7, I think g6. Just for push and I need only 2 squares from the queen there. Okay, I'm trying to some checks, but that seems now I can't. Yeah, I'm up 2 pawns and no, I think that's right time to bring the bishop activity from c3. Try to trade because b2 will be pressured even if I move the bishop from here. My king would be very safe in that even center or king side more than queen side, you know, that's open file is should be really dangerous even after king d1 and some other. So I need to move my king from here first. Let's see if he's even forcing that to me. I think king e1 he can check and take h4 or not. Okay, he won't have enough time because his knight is now pressured. Takes, I will take the knight and then the bishop, right? Thank you, Brandus. Takes, I will take the knight. If he moves the knight, queen d7 check. Another variant, even bishop take can be, but I would like to kick the knight from here. Okay, d6, d7 check won't work. Brandus, I'm playing very much rapid and classic games, and after that I'm analyzing my games. And you need to learn endgames first. Just you can even use some books to learn. Okay, this check is free. I was waiting for that. Bishop is coming. Just you need to see his weak squares there. Brandus. Just seeing his weaknesses and attacking with my full powers. Check king d8 and that should be pinned. Okay, here is knight. Probably because for time pressure, because this wasn't clearly winning for me. Okay, who wants to play? I will play another one if anyone doesn't want. I see where you could send me rematch there. Okay, let's play another one and wait. Thank you, I see there too. You played great. Just some end game you blundered. Just, playing tight 3 very bad. That was the reason. My playing was bad at that time. His playing before and a3 fight take and help him to activate his just I don't think that should be good for me. At some point, I think not because there is one trick. Just I think only I know that. Even when you are trying to win a game, and I will show you after this, okay? When queen can check and you are playing your king on e2, that's computer think that white is better at the time. I think that's won't be bad for me, so bad. Okay, you can review it. Probably that should be +2 from your side, but we will see. I will wait for your response. I am up upon here, right? Okay, that was the idea. He sacrificed the pawn before to get c3 and d4, which is a really great idea, but for that you need to be a little bit aggressive. Who can handle that? The king is in the middle. Is it still better for one? I think I could defend that very well. I think only 1 or 2 moves you could be better. You know why I'm saying that? Because your pieces aren't developed so great, so everything could be bad for me, Thinking like that. But my position was hard, but I don't think that losing. Okay, review and say that to me, okay? Rook b2, okay, I'm kicking the knight, and that should be possible. Now we can castle. Even kingside castle, he would get that white's first weaknesses. And we are reaching a position where I have 2 bishops against 2 knights, but I'm gonna say 2 bishops in that endgames are greater than 2 knights. So let's see, can I use my 2 bishops advantage or not? Okay, castle, I will take d2, that should be second pawn, I will gonna lose if he does that. I think d4 and castle, even to bring some central squares defended here. c5, knight f5. Okay, c5 is pressured right now, c6, maybe. Push that f5. 5, okay, we will trade that if he wants. Just I will bring the rook on e8 and try to trade here. And my rook will be in a really great at a tempo, He's trying probably to to take the rook or something. Okay, wait a minute. King d1 c4 here, I can sack the rook for 2 pieces and I should be better. But what if rook e8? He can castle, my king will be in a really great attack here. I was gonna almost miss that. He can bring his king 2 moves here and attack all my rook, which I missed here. Okay, in last seconds I saw that. That could be a really tricky one. That's why c4 right away and... Alright, thank you, we didn't blunder that. How many legs we have? Probably 20. Yes, we need another 5 legs. Who can? Bishop d6 check. Our king is a little bit problematic from this bishop to activity, but this bishop still protecting a6 because I will give that pawn to him just if I know I will gain some positional advantage, but because if his rook will be active here, I don't like that. So still his rooks are doing nothing, which we can't say about my rook, which is preventing some moves from him, okay? For example, d2 is pressured, and what should he play? I think we said castle to... Hey, sorry. To kick the rook back. It could even castle, that can be even mouth click, we can't be sure here. Is check or not? Check pawn f3. What should I take? I think nothing can be possible. But first we get out from this sandwich. Okay, nice idea, why not? I can't move the bishop. King d8, he can check, here takes. Okay, let's do that. So because our bishop is protected, I could move that and rook straight, and my position should be great here, why not? Takes, if not, he's not even under attack, that's... I don't know, probably bishop forward if we not take that. However, we can pressure and force the knight to go back, which, you know, the knight can be little bit annoying here. Okay, brilliant. Prepare next one, I'm gonna play with you. Well, he took. I was waiting for that, but you know, my king is very active than his king. So in that end games, you need to bring that in the middle, which now I'm trying to do. And okay, that's increment 2 seconds. Okay, so still he can try to resist, but that's not easy. Okay, why he blundered that's in one move. Rook moves, b1 mate. Is he gonna resign or not? Okay, he resigned. Brilliant, or I'm waiting for your challenge. That was really great position, you know, not very much players playing before after c5, but they are trying to get some activity here. For example, in this position, if I take, his bishop should be active, and you know, he will gain a really great set even. No, if I can't even move my e-pawn, which really disturbing thing. d6 pawn push, d4, and you know, if fd6 will be not the best one here. Okay, brilliant, I'll send one more time. His position should be active, and even computer says that that can't be good for me, you know? If your position isn't active so much, just that's very good chance you will blunder anything. The bishop before I like to take this. Very much players are playing bishop d2 and forgetting the knight on d4. By the time you're just simply taking, okay, that's with a check, I won't lose my queen here. Takes d5 to bring bishop activity. Even e5 can be played for him just to preventing the knight on from f6. You know, if he tries to do that, just his pawn should be a little bit hard for defense. Probably f4 should be only move. But you know, if he tried to kick the knight from here, some attacks on h7 will be. That's why we need to be sure we are not blundering here. Here's bishop f4 even. Okay, pawn f4 is not a mistake. If f6 and try to get this back, that's, I think, not be the worst one, but you know, e6 will be weakness, and now that's guarded from f7, and if I get this, if I open for him, that should be open for him, not for me, and that's the reason I'm not trying to break this pawn chain. And you know, my queen side is very active. His pawns are damaged here, and you know, I can try to get some activity here. Takes. What about bishop b7? Pawn takes or bishop take? I don't know, because if bishop takes, e5 will be isolated pawn, and I will say weakness for me. His pawns are double, that's why he's trying some trades here. I'm a little bit afraid from g6, because if he starts somehow be in my position, I would have darks for weaknesses, and f6 could be protected very well, and probably I will gonna blunder some mating threats or something else. That's why now we need to be sure he can't sacrifice anything because no, that's not great squares from me to defend it. Okay, I can even go queen c6, take the pawn on c4 and from g2 mating ideas, and he needs to be sure he's not plundering anything because his bishop should be under attack, his pawn on g2 should be under attack. I think rook g3 takes... Okay, rook g3 then will defend g2, which I think that can be the best one here. Rook g3 and h6 will be hanging. Takes, I will distract the bishop, some moves there. Even try trade, why not? Okay, still everything good. Okay, take, he will take with a bishop. Even he can take h6, which I missed. You know, if I take the bishop, he will mate from g7, that could be the idea. King h8, he can't slug the rook. Take good hunches. And anyway, he needs to keep his rook here to guard this g2 because I'm trying to mate here. Okay, let's not worry about that. Okay, g7 was pressured. I think I was gonna rook f8 and try to take f4 here. Okay, another rook will come here. f8. f4 is gonna lose and some mating threats can be. 63, not the best. Our knight is pressured. I can even trade or not. Okay, queen against two rooks, but his bishop will gonna lose, which I missed. 1000. Okay, very bad. Wow, we played so bad. Alright. Now I'm saying just in streams I'm not playing like my best. That can be the reason. Okay, now I'm gonna kick the queen from here and how can I more pressure his position? Queen h5. Okay, let's bring the knight. Okay, he takes, I take. Just if he not take, if I will take, and no, my position should be good, you know, if I centralize that. Okay, it's right, square bishop is lost. Here I'm not mad about that he took the rook because that rook was doing absolutely nothing. Now he has a little bit white squares disadvantage, I'm gonna say. If I take with that pawn, I will get mate in one. Queen h4. Alright, everything can be. g8. Alright, two blunders aren't good, you know. Trying to take rook takes. Queen takes. Okay, queen take won't work, h6 will be defended after the trades here. What about bring the knight to defend its position? He takes, I take. Takes, check, queen h. Okay, I will take the queen. But I'm talking. The knight can come or not. Okay, what a move which I missed. Well, he's gonna take the rook. Very bad move from him. From me. From him to me, or... Okay, let's see, I'm trying some tricks here just from a pawn. If I bring the queen, that should move mating threats on. I think because he has time pressure. Is he gonna miss anything or not? If I move the queen... Okay, let's see, I think e6 is the idea from him. But I can't take, yes. For sure I can take. E6, okay, now I can't. If I distract this rook from first rank, I can mate here. And now I can't, that's the whole difference. Let's pressure his queen is pinned here. I am really annoying player, yes? What are you thinking about this? E7, knight G6. Even C5 is saying. They protect the opponent, bishop b2 is coming, I will take g2. I could take even this pawn, but... Okay, what him is... If I take here... And that's gonna work or not. Now I'm gonna check. Probably pawn push. Okay, which he's doing. Alright. Alright, bro, you played great. Well, let's play another one. Who wants to play? I see there. Do you want? Yes, bro, you improved. I see Bear, do you want to play or who wants to play? And how much likes we have? Can I say about that? How much likes we need? Yes, bro, I know. Yes, that thing was very bad. Just you try to reputate a little bit 2 or 3 moves. That's why. Okay, we need only 4 likes. Who can like? Okay, here we have French Sicilian here. Before takes knight c6. Takes, we will double the pawns, but in the center that's easy to trade here. Queen c7 takes, pawn takes, bishop e7. I will gonna castle and try to fight for this e5. Even bishop d6, why not? To have this diagonal and so pressure h2. Okay, brilliant. Or next one I will play. Takes and even queen e2. Queen e2, bishop e6. Just cut his queen and rook from e7. Let's castle and right away then bishop d6 will won't be bad. So because the main defender in his position isn't guarded, I mean the knight here, right? But he played great, I mean. You know what was the idea? He took the pawn, he sacrificed the bishop and took my bishop, but yes, he's up a pawn, but his position is very bad. Just only one rook is active from him and he hasn't white squared bishop to protect g2 and just this diagonal, you know? I think the rook was only active here and not any piece. Trade the rooks and even from even some mating threats will be. Okay, let's see. Can I trick him somehow? Or pressure his position? Let's try. Takes, but I don't think he will take, but I can sack the queen, he takes, I take. Now from c1 bishop takes, e1 will be made. That should be crazy one if I could. Alright. Let's attack on the pawn on b2 and d4. d4 I think knight d4 to sacrifice the pawn to not lose a figure here. b2 is pressured. If he defends, he will gonna lose the pawn on d3 probably. Or even the knight if he plays a little bit more calculated, right? D4 is coming, his queen and knight should be under attack, knight d4 should be only moved to defend all the pieces because the pawn is guarding. Takes, bishop takes, okay. He wasted so much time, but anyway he missed that. Bishop takes, and we even now we have this passed pawn. I don't think we don't need to use this passed pawn, or just queen g6 won't be bad to attack on this g2. Yes, because how I said, because you need to attack his weak spots, and now his weak spot is g2. You know, he hasn't white square bishop. So in my turn I need to be very careful to see some dark square weaknesses on b7 or some, you know. And I can even bring my pieces white squares, which now I did. So some checks and some pins, some working ideas won't work. Everything is guarded. Now I can probably push this sword. Okay, bishop h1 and from g2 I will mate. Let's see if it gonna work or not. Here's, okay, this time take f5, f3. I can't. Why I can't? I can move the bishop. I don't know, f5 here. Sorry, f5, f3. Takes, rook takes, check here. They will take the bishop. Yes, I think Levon Orinan is the best, but who had world champion, Tigran Petrosyan. Do you know Tigran Petrosyan? They called him Iron Tigran. Okay, let's bring the bishop on d5 to not blunder anything. He takes, I take. I will lose a pawn here, but I don't know. Bishop h1 and mate from g2 is coming. See what he was gonna take instead. Plus one like. Okay, how much likes we need? f6 to cut his squared bishop from here. Only 3, okay. Please don't forget about likes. That's our goal to reach 25. Okay, I think I'm forcing his king to go middle, and that can be crazy good. Okay, we can even check and take any figures, but I think now we can't. Okay, everything is really great defended. And let's be sure we are not blundering anything. Alright, I lost the pawn, but I have another ideas like check from e2 and so on. This is hang. Okay, let's be sure we can defend our position. King here will be made, king f8 is only move. Okay, bishop check, what is he trying to do? Okay, don't win this. Check, yes, I thought that I'm gonna be made after some moves. Okay, that was really bad. Okay, Bianca, I'm waiting for your challenge. Okay, where are you? Who else wants to play? Okay, I'm waiting. I didn't play that event, that was a little bit tricky. I think I needed to play h6 to make my king on h7 and probably draw with reputation. You know, that didn't work. Okay, anyway. Let's wait for another. Okay, we have another daily challenge with 6 left. Okay, because you're a moderator, but how you can remove me? How you can remove me? Alright. Realize that you can do that and my channel will delete. How that's gonna work? I don't know. Okay, only 3 likes. And I will end the stream, okay? 3 likes, I'm ending. Who wants me to end? Do that. Okay, Priyanka, I sent you a challenge. Okay, I think you tried to remove my channel. Okay, not problem. Where are you, Priyanka? I'm waiting. Okay, you want it rapid, right? Let me rapid. Okay, I think we can end the stream, Priyanka. I will play with you anyway, but I'm gonna end the stream, okay? Okay, let's play this one and end the stream. Do we have rapid challenge and what should we play? Okay, let's play Vayner Gambit. That should be really tricky for him. But I think he has immune system to play against my Vayner Gambit. F6. I think he lost with F6 some games. I will try to win this. Takes. Takes, pawn takes, check G6. What else? Takes D4. Oh, okay, no, this bishop should be under attack, which I missed. D4, he needs to get out from this fork. D4 now won't work. Knight C6, that won't work, okay? Would like to kick his bishop from here, how can I? So D4 will come and it's not even a king castle now, he's preventing me from that. Now he can't castle, and even with the down a piece, I think I can win this, and this can be more great position for me than for him. Okay, he mistaken. Probably he did that accidentally. Why he missed that? King d6. He will lose the queen. A very bad start from him because I played Vayner game and no f6 he's opened these white squares for me, and that's why he mistaken did that. King d6 f8 doesn't matter. He's losing the queen. I can't even not to take the queen. I think I can try to mate him somehow. Alright. Thank you very much. Who wants to play? If anyone wants to play, say me about that, okay? Now we have Knight c6. I'm not playing Knight c6 very much time, I think. French Sicilian is more better. It takes and let's pressure d5 and play pawn to d5, yes? bishop b4 and take the damage with queenside, try to regent game. Even bishop c5 and attack this kingside won't be bad. Let's try to that. Okay, let's keep this defended to not damage our construction. That's okay. Well, okay, a really aggressive one. This b file is openly castled on queenside, which should be very aggressive. Yeah, no, that's open and that should be pressure. Queen b6 and bishop back, I don't know. The bishop a6 he takes. I can't even take b2 and not take the bishop. We will see. And bishop c1 won't be a mistake. d5. Can I get enough pieces from here or not? Because we both of us defending d5 very well. Okay, h6 is his trying to move. Let's force him to take or not. Just probably he needs to bring his another opponent, damage my structure here, structure and pressure my kingside. So we will see. If I can select the pawn to go e4. Here takes, knight takes. Knight will be active. That's not trying to do. Let's attack on the knight. Okay, now that's protected, but I think d5 and some other. And let's be sure we are not blundering. Knight takes. Will blunder the queen or not? I think not. He will take with a check and he will get out from this check. After, knight takes. What should we play else? What about take the bishops? Yeah, really hard position, but it seems I have any tricky moves that I can use. What about bishop e6? Takes, now rook will be open and should be very hard to try to make advantage from my kings that he's trying to push these pawns forward and make that position trouble here, but I don't think he can because on king's side there is only two pieces and these pawns. Alright, some like queen a3 or even bishop can't won't be mistake. Let's see. Rook c8. Okay, I think I trapped the rook. Where can move? Okay, a6 was only one. Queen c5, his bishop is under attack. That's a pin, he can't take it back. Let's see, if he moves the bishop b4 and his knight should be pressured, or even not the bishop because c5 he can play. Now he can't play because bishop takes and that's all. If I take with a pawn, some h6 will be open for him. But I'm not trying to blunder. Check and think where on b5 he will blunder the bishop. He can't protect from that squares. Okay, he blundered. I think king d1, even rook d8, and that's not seems great. That's should be under this tower check and some other. Now his rook is hang, my queen is at hang, and I will bring another rook into the game. So that c3 will be pressured. This c2 should be under attack. He needs to move the knight, and I will take c2. Because I don't believe there should be some other pieces that will defend the knight after rook c6. If rook d6. rook c6. I think that could be on the move, but he's not playing. Okay, take the bishop, let's trade, and I should be up a figure. I can't even trade. Did I blunder? Alright, very bad. I could lose that I was up a figure. Okay, anyway. Let's end this stream. Thank you for coming to my channel. Please subscribe to not lose my streams that play with me, okay? Goodbye, everyone.